Set there. Okay. All right. So it just has like 2012, 2013. So
I know, she gave you a lot to go on.
Yeah,
huh?
let's get some details.
2012 was a really busy year for Berks County in terms of job creation and new companies coming in. The two largest ones, for your information, were Dollar General and PetSmart. We saw finally the development of the Berks Park 78, which was being developed by the Berks County Industrial Development Authority. So, and those two projects landed within literally like 2 months of each other. One being like 500 jobs, another one being like 550 jobs. But then we also saw a lot of smaller companies coming into the market. So that's kind of a Reader's Digest version of 2012.
These two main projects, but then smaller projects as well.
So we saw 11 total projects that we helped to assist in 2012 with a total of over 2,100 jobs.
Okay. And you say Berks Park 78 reached completion. And what is that?
They're the two largest lots up there. The Industrial Development Authority had bought a farm right along 78 in Bethel Township. They've been doing all of the pre-development work in order to get it ready for end users. So they've been the land developer of that site.
Okay.
So now here they were able to actually sell off the two largest lots. There was one remaining, which I'm not sure it's public yet that they have actually sold it.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? It closes on April 15th, so that's not yet public. But that's another 700,000 square foot building. So these are like almost 1 million square feet buildings coming into the market.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then for 2013?
I have told people that 2013 came in like spring sometimes does, like a lion. Been very busy. We've seen a lot of activity in terms of companies making location decisions, and that's new companies coming into the market and also existing companies that are looking to expand here in Berks County. And there haven't been the large ones like Dollar General and PetSmart because we don't have any sites left, which is why we're also working with the developer to bring more industrial inventory into the market in 2013. But we've seen smaller footprints happening. So, you know, 50,000 square feet and 25,000 square feet. And someone that just landed this morning that's 10,000 square feet, with the ability to grow. So that, I think, has pointed to some really optimistic things for 2013.
And then it talks about leads and prospects, but they can come from all over, right?
They can come from all over because we've now celebrated 10 years of existence. Before, when people didn't know who to contact or didn't know about Berks County, we kind of weren't on a lot of radar screens. We are now. We've built a reputation that they can come to us as a primary point of contact. A lot of them now are what we call direct. They'll go to the greaterreading.com website. There it is. If you
A focus on job creation and economic growth. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me is Pamela Shupp. She's with the Greater Reading Economic Partnership. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, talk to us a little bit about the partnership itself. It's been in place now for a decade.
It has. We decided many years ago that one of the things that Berks County was lacking was a really focused and aggressive marketing effort to make sure that companies knew where we were. We want brokers to know about us, site selectors, anyone who's interested in locating a new business. And so we knew that we had to do something that other communities were doing and begin to aggressively market ourselves.
And let's get into some of the details, because you say 2012 was a big year for you and a big year for the region as well in terms of this job creation and economic growth. There were two main projects that came to fruition, but a wide variety of smaller projects as well.
Absolutely. We finally saw along 78 up in Bethel Township in Berks County, the fruition of the work that had been done by the Industrial Development Authority in undertaking land development and taking farmland that had, prime access to the highway. And we saw two large distribution projects happen. Dollar General and PetSmart both made location decisions and will bring over 1,000 jobs to the community. But what we also saw was that some smaller companies landed, and we actually created and saw the creation of over 2,100 jobs coming to Berks County, plan to come to Berks County in 2012.
And you mentioned a location along 78, and this is Berks Park 78, and this is has either reached completion or is nearing completion.
It is near completion. Dollar General and PetSmart, to the two largest lots that were available, they'll be constructing almost 1 million square feet each up there. And there's another large lot left, 700,000 square feet, and we're really looking forward to an end user being identified for that lot as well. Again, bringing more jobs not just to Berks County, but to that entire region.
Now, in addition to those projects, let's talk a little bit about some of the things underway now. How do companies make a decision to locate here or grow here?
Well, one of the things that we do, first of all, is awareness, making sure that they've got a site or a property that is available to them, which actually has become very difficult. It's almost a downside of some of our success in that we're almost now limited in some of the inventory. So we've got to be a little bit more creative about talking to companies about space that will work for them, and allowing Berks companies as well to be able to find the space within the community to grow in place, because we don't want to lose them from Berks County either. So we're doing both business attraction and business expansion. In fact, in 2012, we actually visited over 60 Berks County companies to make sure that we know we want them to stay here and we want them to grow right here in Berks.
And you say you as an organization can really serve as almost a one-stop shop when companies reach out to you or companies want to grow in this area. You work on everything from identifying these sites, as you've mentioned, to workforce development.
Absolutely. One of the things that we don't want companies to have to do is be bounced from place to place. So we pride ourselves on the level of customer service that we provide to companies, to brokers, to site selectors, to make sure that when they contact us, they will not be handed a list of phone numbers or contacts, that we will actually walk them through the process and be that primary point of contact.
And we just have a short time left, but you have leads and prospects coming really from throughout the region and even across the country.
We do, and our website is still really an incredible resource for anyone that wants information about the area, even wants to look at properties that are available within the area. So GreaterReading.com is still our primary source for where we find our leads and prospects.
Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
We've been talking with Pamela Shupp. I'm Jill Horner.